What's up, guys? This is Corey with the Dirty Gym, back with another video for y'all. So today we're going to be taking another look into the anniversary box. Specifically today we're going to be looking at the Goku Black support. So Goku Black is a leader that goes all the way back from set 2. He was always like super interesting. He's got a really cool ability. And his archetype of what his cards are doing, well, he's only got a very limited amount of cards, but are very interesting. They're energy destruction, which is something we don't typically have in this game. We've got very limited options for that, especially just hard energy destruction that just says blow energy up. We've got cards that are restrictive. If you've got this condition met, blow up things. If this thing happens, blow up things. But this is just play this, blow up energy. It's always been probably just like a little bit too slow. It didn't really have a bunch of cards that worked with it, and then Goku Black just is kind of restricted because it cuts itself a lot in order to really get that. But in the anniversary box, we got a couple cards in particular that I think are going to be really helpful for this leader to kind of continue to work towards that energy destruction plan. So let's get over into the list. Alright, so first up we've got our Goku Black leader, and so for those of you who are unfamiliar, so Goku Black, he's a standard blue leader. He's got the auto, or the once per turn, if you've got 2 or more blue energy, you can take a card from your life and put it into your energy, and then at the end of the turn, choose one of your energy and put it in the drop area. So he's got energy ramp per turn on his front side, which is really cool. He is self-awakening, which, especially going back to set 2, is a really cool ability. And then he's got the awakening 4 less life, flip him over, draw 2 cards. And then on his backside, he's got whenever you have 2 or less life, he gets plus 5k and double strike for the duration of your turn. And then whenever he attacks, draw a card. So he's a little aggressive on the back. He's much better on the front than he is on the back because you get that energy acceleration on the front. But that also makes him way more susceptible to hits and things like that. He's always been a leader that has never really appreciated aggro type decks. Alright, so moving into the deck itself, we got 4 Bulma God Tempter. So she's another card back from set 1. She's a 1-drop 1k. Whenever you play her, you may search your deck for a Whis card and put it in your hand. We only have 1 target in the deck. We have Whis the Resting Attendant, which is more ramp, so that's really what she's here for, to help accelerate that. We need to hit the Whis more often than not in order to really get the turn 4 energy destruction that we're looking to hit. Next up, we've got 1 Unyielding Spirit Trunks, just really good to have. It's just untap. If you're blue leader, there's really not a reason not to run it. Next up, we've got one of our first new cards from the anniversary box. We got Goku Black, Countdown to Destruction. So he's a 3-drop 15k. He's got the permanent. If you have 5 or more energy, you can play him for free. And then whenever he comes into play, he's got an auto. You can draw a card, but there can only ever be 1 of him in play at a time. So he's really strong because he's a free way to evolve into the 7-drop Goku Black. Previously, we had 2 other options. Well, we've gotten a couple more, but we had the 2-drop Goku Black from set 2, which gained indestructible-like ability if there's a Zamasu in play. We had the 6-drop Joyful Strike Goku Black, which was pretty much the go-to best way to do it. And then after that, we get a couple new cards. We got the Barrier card from the Ultimate box. Never really saw a whole bunch of play. Then we have the green Goku Black that put tokens into play. The Ultimate box Goku was blue and had Barrier, so it was playable. It still costed 3. So just never saw play. Joyful Strike was really the go-to route. This lets us do it for free on the same turn, so we can play him and then evolve straight off into him. So it's really strong. Moving up, we've got 4 Whis the Resting Attendant. It's kind of what we talked about earlier. So it's a 4-drop 10k. Whenever he comes in play, take a top card of your deck and put it in your energy. So this is just, again, good energy acceleration. It really works to our strategy. We're running to go turn 1 Bulma, turn 2 Objection, turn 3 Whis, and that really can help us get to that 7 energy by turn 4. So it's our turn 4, your opponent's turn 3, you're blowing up 3 energy. Next up, we got 3 Joyful Strike Goku Black. Again, this was the original way to get up into the Goku Black chain, but he's a 6-drop 25k. He's got double strike, and he's got the auto. Whenever you play this card, if your leader's Goku Black or Zamasu, you may take 2 life. If you do, untap 6 energy. So he's effectively free. He just requires us taking 2 life, which in decks like Zamasu is not that big of a deal, but in Goku Black sometimes it can be problematic because we're already cutting in order to ramp our energy and things like that. So sometimes it just really put us near the edge. After that, we've got 4 Unstoppable Despair, Goku Black. So this is our big threat of the deck, the big bomb. So he is a 8 cost, 30k, triple strike. And he's got the auto. Whenever a card evolves into this card, you can choose 3 of your opponent's energy and send him to the drop area. He evolves for 7, so 3 blue, 4 other. So this is, like I said, this is our bomb. We want to evolve him off of ideally the Countdown to Destruction Goku Black, or even the Joyful Strike Goku Black. But this is how we're blowing up our opponent's energy, and then we have a big threat on the board for them to deal with. Moving on, we've got Supreme Kai of Time Disruptor. She's another Anniversary Box card. So she's a 1-drop counterplay card for the duration or until your opponent's next turn. Battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less cannot attack, and then whenever she comes into play, draw a card. Again, a really good, strong card. Like we mentioned earlier, Goku Black really struggles with aggressive type strategies, and she really stops that from happening. You know, they swing with something like a Kaba or Trunks or something like that. You drop her, it's neutralized for a turn. Really good stuff there. It really kind of helps him get to the turn we need to get to for that energy destruction. Next up, we've got Bardock Awaken Instinct. So he is a 4-drop 20k. He is an Overwhelm card. Overwhelm for 4 for free. And then whenever he comes into play, draw 2 cards and discard 1. So he's just a great search card. Typically, this deck would run things like Trunks, Time Patrol Trunks, or maybe the Kai, but this is just a pure draw 2 and then discard 1, and he's a 20k body, so he swings in really nice. And then our super combo, we're running Hellas, the super combo from the Ultimate Box. This is really similar to Paragus, so it's one of the better super combos in the game. As long as your leader is green or a god card, you can draw 2 cards and discard a card. So again, really strong. It's the only negative downside to it is it's a 0k combo unless you have 4 cards in life. Only 4 cards in life, so not as good as some of the more recent super combos, but it still really kind of gets what we need to do. We're going to get to that 4 life pretty early with Goku Black. Whether we're ramping with his own ability, we're using Joyful Strikes, or people are just swinging into us and we're taking damage. So getting to that 4 or less life isn't a huge obstacle. It would just be nicer if we had access to something like a Paragus, which is always a 10k combo. Alright, and then after that, we've got our 4-dimension magic, just pretty stapley there. This, you know, are the best negate we can really run. In untapped energy, all that kind of good stuff. Next up, we've got 4 Plan for Destruction. So this is a new card from the Anniversary Box. It's a 1-drop extra card. It's activate battle. If your leader card is a Goku Black or Zamasu card, it gets plus 10,000 power for the duration of the battle. Then, if there's a total of 7 more energy between you and your opponent, place this card from your drop area in your energy and rest mode. So this is one of the best cards for Goku Black. We're able to get to that 7 energy relatively quick between the 2 of you, whether between our objection ramps, our Whis ramps, our leader ramps, and then you play this, and then you get another energy. You can play this on defense too. You play this, you stop something, they're swinging in, it goes to your energy. So really great ramp, which is really what Goku Black needed to really kind of get this strategy off way more effectively and early. So just all in all, a great card for the leader. Next up, we got 4 Sensu Bean, pretty self-explanatory. It's great on defense. Generally, that's where we use it, is on defense. 3 Whis Coercion. This deck needs several negates. Like I said, he's really susceptible to aggro. And then once you drop the big Goku Black, you don't have a lot of defense. Goku Black's really our big threat, so having a bunch of negates around that's really strong. And then finally, we've got 4 Objections, so this is just more ramp. This is really what we're trying to do in order to get this Goku Black energy destruction out as soon as possible. Like I said, it's actually very likely and possible to get this out if you're going first on your turn 4, your opponent's turn 3, and wipe their board of energy. You need to turn 2, like I said, objection, that gets you 3 energy. You turn 4, you charge, you're at 4 energy. You tap 4, you play Whis, now you're at 5 energy. And you can either use your Goku Black ability at that point. You don't have to charge another energy. That way you have 2 open and then you discard 1. You're still at 5. You pass, or you swing and you use Plan for Destruction. Now you have 6. Or on your opponent's turn, if they swing, you Plan for Destruction. Now you have 6. Then on your turn, you charge. Now you're at 7. You play the Countdown of Destruction for free, and then you go straight into evolving into the Goku Black. So that is the easiest route to do it, and that gives us the least amount of having to cut for our leader ability. The more plan of destructions we can use in order to do that, the more life we have going into the Goku Black, so we're not as like at low life going into that, which is the best really way to go about it. But this is possible on turn 4. Your turn 4, your opponent's turn 3. Obviously, if you go second, you're 4-4, so you're leaving them at 1 energy. But the way count and destruction work, you can just play it again on the next turn and evolve again, and then wipe their board again. Or wait, let them get back up to 3, play it, wipe their board again. Same thing with Joyful Strike. You can play that on 6, untap 6, drop it, blow up the energy that way. So again, I don't know. I'm not going to ever tell you that Goku Black is going to be top tier or anything like that, but it is something I think people have to be a little bit more conscious of because it's way more accessible now than it has been previously. But all in all, I think it's a really fun deck. Energy Destruction's always been one of those strategies. It's always been really effective in card games in general. And for the most part, we've not had a lot of those options in the game that weren't like super restrictive. But all in all, guys, that is it. And let me know what you think down below.